What up, what up? It's your boy LG, the producer, DMV, checking in. Man, you might have heard me on a lot of Wale projects, MMG. Man, I produced from Fat Joe to Shy Glizzy, Fat Shrell, man, Meek Mills. The list is too long for me to go through. I don't know, man. I'm just working hard. From legends to new legends, I've done it all so far. I'm gonna keep going.
We ain't posted, never had nothing. We ain't posted, never had shit. See the growth of my rhymes then. You see my focus ain't on now. Nah. At the top is just us. Let's get it. Okay. PRP to some ducks you ain't on. G-Von-C but no killed me or more. We can't leave for we left.
I do a lot of sampling. My style is real sample heavy. You know, I got a lot of influence from, you know, the oldies from my grandparents and my mom, stuff like that, growing up as a kid. So I just kind of like studied that all my life. And then when Kanye came into the game with that new style of music, sampling was my first time hearing it. So he was one of my biggest influences as far as, you know, music, just as a fan. I didn't even know I could do music until I was about 16 years old. A good friend of mine was actually producing before me. And I was kind of interested, but at the same time, I still wanted to run around, you know, be a teenager, chase girls and stuff like that. So one day I just asked him, like, yo, you don't hang out with us no more, what's up? He like, man, I'm in here trying to get to this music. Y'all can have that. So, you know, we started joking around, like, man, you just in here wasting time, you ain't doing nothing. Then he was like, I bet you can't do it. Wrong thing to say to me. So after that, I went home, picked it up. We had a bet for like $200 that who could make a better beat in about 2 weeks. I went home that day, I picked it up, I never put it down. And ever since then, I've been doing this.
So you using Fruity Loops?
Yeah, Fruity Loops is my weapon of choice, so that's what I go with.
Okay. What was your first placement?
First mixtape placement or first album placement?
Both.
My first mixtape placement was with, I had a track on a Young Money mixtape. I don't remember the name. I think it was the one I had with, it was with J Mills and Corey Guns. It was called Money Gon' Come. I don't remember the name of the project, but that's the name of the song, so y'all can check it out. That was my first placement ever. That was my first year producing ever. That's when I realized this when I'm here, I'm supposed to be doing this, you know. First year ever producing, I learned that, so that was big. Still is, so.
And first album placement?
First album placement with Wale on The Gifted, called Heaven's Afternoon, featuring Meek Mill.
Oh, you did that?
That's me.
Yeah, I like that.
Appreciate it, man. Yeah, so, you know, that even to this day, people still, you know, love that record, man. I still hear it a lot, and it's doing good. So, you know.
Okay. How'd you hook up with Wale?
Just by being from the area, you know, a lot of producers was always trying to get at him at the time, especially from all over. And I was just in the studio, just always working and stuff like that. And I didn't know until the time when we actually had met that he told me that he had heard about me months prior. So I didn't even know that they was listening to my work and stuff like that. So you never know who's watching, who's listening. But you know, we met, we chopped it up. We had the same manager at the time, so he's still my manager, but you know. And we just made it happen. Our styles they meshed so perfectly. So, you know, I knew his sound and I always knew what to deliver. So it was a good combo at the time.
Who are your production influences besides Kanye?
Man, I like The Alchemist. Havoc, he's dope. Swiss, Timberland, Pharrell. I don't know. A lot of people don't know who. I don't know who really does the beats over there, but it's this group called Nicolay. Their production was always crazy to me.
Oh, Foreign Exchange.
Foreign Exchange.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if a lot of people really know, but they dope. Man, Just Blaze, of course. And actually, a good friend of mine, Mark Henry. Even though we're friends, I can honestly say, you know, he's an influence of mine too. He's pretty dope. We do a lot of work together, so shout out to Mark Henry. And man, yeah, myself at this point, I challenge myself every day at this point. I'm looking up to me right now more than anybody. Just trying to take myself to the next level.
If you were locked in a room for a month with one artist to make an album,
oh man,
who would it be?
Nas.
Nas.
hands down. All-time favorite artist. You know what I'm saying? I always thought that me and Nas was the same. Like, we had the same, like, just life in a lot of ways. You know, I got a brother, he had a brother. And just by hearing this music as a kid, someone young, I always could relate to it. Coming from, you know, just being in the inner city and stuff like that. Just things he would talk about, and he had such a mellow tone. I'm very mellow myself, so it was just like, I could hear the pain in his music. So it's kind of like the same thing I'm doing now. You know, a lot of my beats are soulful, but they take you on a ride. You know, you can hear like what place I'm in at the time when I'm making it. So, Nas, definitely.
Okay.
We need to make that happen.
What upcoming projects do you have right now?
Working on, right now I got some stuff for Ross coming for Self-Made 4. Hopefully that everything is going to be good with that. Working on some stuff with me and my boy Mark Henry with some stuff for Fabulous. Working on some stuff with artist LaQuinn. You know what I'm saying? That's my boy. I do a lot of his work. Working on some new stuff. Man, just everybody. I'm cooking up for everybody right now. Everybody. So be on the lookout for me. I got some stuff with a Fab's artist too. Her name is Jazzy. She does a lot of his hooks and songs with him. She was on Real Ones. She knows the girl singing. I got a dope song with her right now called Show Me, featuring co-produced by my boy Mark Henry and PJ Tapper. So that's a good record right now. So.
Okay. How was it pretty easy? Like, this area is known for, like, you know, doing hip hop music. Was it hard trying to reach out to people for your beats?
Yeah, that's what it is. Currently now it's better, but back then when I first started, it was kind of difficult. That's why I started like up in New York. Like I got, you know, with Young Money and my boy Jay Mills. It's my brother for life. Man, we linked up and we were just cooking up. And like I said, I was on like 16, 17 at the time, and this is my first year of producing. So just to even land that, man, it was a blessing. And that's when I knew this is what I'm supposed to be doing while I'm here. So I started up in New York, and I used to send beats to Hell Real, and Fat Joe, the Raekwons, and you know, stuff like that up in New York, because that's the type of sound that I had anyway. And then, you know, it started picking up back home. People were seeing what I was doing and hearing my music and stuff like that. They had to come see me. So, you know, I sampled a disco song from Luke Curtin. You know what I'm saying? Luke Curtin. It sounded originally like this. No, that's actually, I slowed it down. That he was doing, I don't know, the time of his project. So, it sounded like that. I wish I found what it originally was or something. As a matter of fact, I got it right here.
So that's probably what, the first 8 bars of the song?
Man, not even. I'm about to show you.
How'd you find the song?
Man, just you know, doing my research, just going through some samples one day, and I stumbled across it. And mind you, it's one of them sneaky ones where, like, if you don't hear it in the first 2 seconds, you're going to, like, keep going. So I caught it, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, hold up, what's that? And then I went back and started chopping. I heard it. So let me see. Yeah, man, it was definitely a hidden gem. I knew what it was. Once I started chopping, I already knew what it was going to be.
Oh, yeah.
So that's that, right? And then I take it. I was like, nah, I know what this can be. So I went and said.
So you actually sped it up.
Sped it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, theirs is a little bit faster, so I kind of like slowed down a little bit, but I changed the pitch and all that stuff.
Okay.
So put it all together. And then this is the original. This is before. This is before Meek Mill even got on. So this is more like the raw one.
Right.
Yeah, and then we cleaned it up for the album and stuff like that. And then, yeah.
Did old boy hit your pockets up for publishing?
Oh yeah. Lou wasn't too friendly. But
Really? Man, you would think these dudes would want some, man.
it's fair game, man. I can't be mad. He helped me. I helped him. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
In the day, he influenced me to make this record. So, you know, name their price. You gotta pay to play.
Right.
That's what it was. So, you know, it's all good though.
I mean,
I'm gonna do more work with him. Actually.
Oh, really?
I'm sending some stuff right now. So.
Okay.
So be on the lookout. for that.
So now that you put some money in his pocket, he probably a little bit more friendly to you know, clearing some samples.
I mean, in those situations though, man, it's never personal. You know, it's like end of the day, his people don't know my people, stuff like that. So it's just,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Everybody, it's a business. And business sometimes can be friendly, it can't be friendly, but eventually, you know, you'll meet somewhere in the middle. So,
Right.
meet. Especially if it's a record you want that bad enough to get out on an album or stuff like that, you'll find a way to make it happen.
Right.
Even if you're taking a loss on the business side, as long as you get it out to the public, to the world to hear, it's worth it.
And it was a single.
Yeah, I was one of the singles.
It was one of the singles, so
yeah.
that was really big.
Then actually, Bacardi ended up coming in and picking that joint up, and we made it like into a samba flip, to like on something, you know.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy. Everybody was loving the record, man. We did a lot of things with that record, so definitely one of the highlights of my career so far. So,
Okay.
so yeah, I want to show how I did that.
Shaq Lizzy joint.
Yeah, man. 'Cause
Yeah.
I know with that record, this is gonna be a hit record, man. So you had the first footage ever I even spoke on.
That's a sample?
Yeah. I'm about to show you the whole, like, how I even got inspired to do that record and where I found it too. You don't sound like a sample, right?
No.
That sounds crazy. All right, so look. So whenever, let me know when you want me to.
I'm ready.
Oh, okay, cool. Wait till I know what happened.
Man, please tell me you got them beats backed up.
Oh yeah, I got all for sure, for sure. Man, this is like my child, man. I protect this.
Yeah, we went on
day.
Ryan Leslie situation. You leave your laptop at the Union Station and somebody got
Man,
everything.
listen, somebody tried that with me. Hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, I'm more coming. But this record right here, man, it's called Benefits, featuring Shaq Lizzy, my boy LaQuinn, who's the artist. Right now, man, this record is picking up crazy. It's getting a lot of buzz. People love this record, and I'm just gonna show y'all where it came from and the influence and how I got inspired to do it. So one day, I just left and Pizza. I don't know if y'all familiar with that, and I got back to the crib, you know, just eating regular day. I think it was like a Tuesday. I'm watching Chappelle's show. Mad Real World was the episode. And, you know, I always love Chappelle, DMV native himself, so, man, just in there just kicking it, you know, eating. And then at the end of the episode, it was when I think they was putting out the Chad guy, funny episode. And I heard this sound in the back. I didn't know what it was. You know, on TV shows, a lot of times they don't even show what it is. You may think that it's just like a little, what they call it, like a score. From, you know, from one of their shows or producers or whatever. So I wanted to find that. I was adamant I had to hear this. So I went back and I started watching the episode at the end, and I Shazammed it. And this is the episode right here. So I heard this, and Shazam wasn't working. Shazam didn't work. So I was like, oh man, I don't know what I'm gonna do to find this, but I need this. So I went back and I started Googling and researching, and I said, what is the music onto the Chappelle show at the end of the Mad Real World episode? I found the artist.
Wow.
Boom. Went, downloaded it, and went immediately and started making the beat. Just like 30 minutes after, same day. So I chopped it up. This is how I originally sound. Let me see, take the tempo. This is how it originally sounds. What I do a lot of times with my beats, I speed them up and change the pitch. So I change the pitch on it, sped it up. It sounds like this. So that's one way. So I started just chopping it up. That's the second part to it. This is all the verse part right now. Then toward the second part of the verse, I added like the part with the background vocals and stuff. So that's that. That's the second part of it.
People sleep on the filters on Fruity Loops, man.
Oh, that's another thing. That's my style, my template. I don't want to give all my secrets away, but
Yeah.
just know my filters. And I actually created a template on Fruity Loops that I went in and every sound that I use individually, I created. I tweaked them and put the filter on how I want them to sound. So you will never hear nobody else with this sound but me. And that's another reason why, I'm pushing this sound, because it's something fresh, something new, and nobody can do it but me. So you can't imitate this one. So you can try to buy a kit all you want, it ain't gonna work. So, yeah, so after that, this is like I use it as the ending of the song, but also for like the bridge part. So that's when Shaq Lizzie comes in rapping. I put it right there, and then now I'm just gonna show you how I piece it together. You got the your typical kick drum 808. I use that. I use an underlay of a kick. It's kind of like low, but it gives it that bass heavy feel when you listen to that one. So that's my kick pattern I use, and my clap. Another clap under that to layer it. Then you got the snare I use. So I add the snare. So I already got like that smooth, like flow already. And my cymbals. Put a little echo effect on my cymbals so it can give it like that delayed little sound. And then this is my signature sound that I've been running with right now. It's like a little like clink. But again, you're only gonna hear it in my beat. So if you hear people start using this, they got it from me. It's like a little, so it's like, I don't even know what that sound is, but it makes all my beats perfect, so I use that. And the way I do my hi-hats now, it's, I can't really explain why I do it this way, but it's real different. I do it like this. I hear like a pattern in my head, and what I'll do is, it don't even have to be synchronized with the rest of the beat. I'll just I kind of freestyle the hi-hats is what I do nowadays, and it's part of my new sound that I'm running with. So, see, if you really pay attention, it's off beat, but it's like you'll never know. It just sounds good. It flows. You know what I mean? So that's why I do my hi-hats now. I add that in. So that's the base of the beat. That's like the skeleton. And then here's where I start adding like my shakers. Give it that smooth feel, keep it real mellow. They got a bounce to it already because of the 808. So now it's real smooth. So you're like, oh, what's this? Then I bring in, you can't really hear the bass, of course, but it's a bass line. So if you're listening to it in your car headphones, you'll hear the heavy bass in it. It's an 808 sub bass I use. And then I'll bring in the melody. So that's just like the bass of it. That's pretty much like the whole beat, for real. I go back and I put like my intro part into it. So for this, I'll just, just do the intro repetitive like 4 times. It's like my style I've been doing since I first started producing. That's the whole intro part. Put my tag, the famous. You hear that, you already know what it is, and then bring it all together.
That's dope.
Just like that. You know what I'm saying? All inspired just on a regular Tuesday. Dave Chappelle, man. Appreciate it.
I think I first heard you on Wale's mixtape. You had a beat on 100 Miles and Running. Is that the name of the joint?
I had my first one with Wale that I ever did. Man, I wasn't on that one though. But I was on For Lauren. I did the intro for Lauren. It was called a Change Up. I did that. I did the intro to that. I did a few other projects, songs. We just throw out songs here and there. So we got a lot of work together. Yeah, this record right here, especially, man. This buzz is going crazy. Moving fast. Every time people hear it, they hit me up like, yo, I love this beat. This record is crazy, so don't be surprised you hear this beat everywhere. This record everywhere in the next few months. I give it next month.
You know, your sound would be perfect for Bryson Tiller.
Oh man. I got some stuff that I cooked up for him, so hopefully we can get some work. But, you know, it's all about that networking and all that. But definitely already got some stuff for him in the cut.
And Anderson .Paak too.
Anderson .Paak is dope. He's dope. I would definitely love to work with him too. You know, it's gonna all come together, man. Everything will come into fruition. I already know. There's no doubt. At some point, I can't say when, but at some point, you know, me and these artists are gonna be definitely working. You know, that's why now it all starts with just being right here on this laptop, just cooking up, and then eventually they gotta come see you. If you're hot enough, they love the sound, they gonna come. Just stay working. Just like this, for an example. Just on Tuesday. Just as I was hungry and watching TV, smash record. So I'm gonna play a little bit of like the vocals of the record. I did a lot of records before, but I'm really excited about this one. So,
Check it. Come fuck with a nigga with benefits. See all this money we spending it. I
it's catchy, got a bounce to it. And I heard it in the club, so I can speak on it. In the club, ain't nothing messing with it right now. Nothing. The response is crazy. The way it hit, the bass. I don't care if you're drinking or not. This is one of the records you want to dance to before you even start drinking. So, get with it.